Welcome to part 31 of the Gods and Goddesses of Ancient Egypt. Let's talk about one of the main gods in ancient Egypt that I'm so surprised was not able to be included in the Prince of Egypt song. This is Horus. Horus's name in ancient Egyptian was Heru, which means falcon, and that is how he is depicted most of the time. He usually wears the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt, as you can see him here, and this is to help him distinguish himself from other falcon gods like Ra, who wears a sun disk. He is also occasionally shown as a naked boy with a finger to the mouth. The finger to the mouth and being nude are the two characteristics that are usually used to depict a child in ancient Egypt. He would then be known here as the Good Horus, or the Child Horus. Horus served many functions in ancient Egyptian mythology, most importantly being the god of kingship and the sky. You may know the myth of Horus, which involves his parents, Osiris and Isis, and his aunt and uncle, Nephthys and Set. To gain the throne, Set killed Osiris, chopping him up into bits and spreading him all over Egypt. Isis and Nephthys flew back and collected all of the pieces, and although Osiris wasn't able to come back to the land of the living, Isis was able to have a child with Osiris, which was Horus. Horus then rose up and defeated his uncle to become king of the gods. The earliest record of the god Horus comes from the pre-dynastic city of Nekhen in Upper Egypt, who proclaimed him as their national god. Ever since then, pharaohs were supposed to be a reincarnation of the god Horus, and thus a child of the god Osiris. You might have also heard of something called the Eye of Horus. This is a symbol of protection and royal power from other deities. We talked about it when we talked about the goddess Wadjet, because the ancient Egyptian word for the Eye of Horus was Wadjet, and was also associated with lots of different gods and goddesses. There were lots of different festivals for Horus, but the biggest festival was called the Festival of Victory, or the Heb Neket in ancient Egyptian. This was celebrated at the Temple of Horus in Edfu, and took place during the second month of Peret, or the season of emergence. During this festival, the story of the defeat of Set would be reenacted, where the king would play as Horus himself. And Set, well, he was apparently played by a hippo? A real-life hippo. And then the king would kill it in front of everyone to legitimize himself as Horus reincarnated. I will note, it was unlikely that the pharaoh would attend this every year. Most likely there was actually a priest taking his place. There are actually lots of other forms of Horus, like Horus the Elder, Horus the Younger, and so many more, so let me know if you want to know about those. Check out the next part where I cover a little-known god who is associated with the ancient Egyptian instrument called a sistrum.